puts it on. Unbelievable. Gemma on the left side. Oh, the pass! Nothing, another one. Bacunas rejecting Esteban for the win.
Another day, another video game performance from the Joker, Nikola Jokic. This time, he leads the Denver Nuggets past the Dallas Mavericks in a thriller, 122-120. The Joker with an early bid for a fourth MVP award. He posted an insane triple-double, 37 points, 18 rebounds, and 15 assists. But it was Michael Porter Jr. who sealed the deal for Denver as he nailed the game-winning floater with 6.5 seconds left. There it is for the win. Mavs floor general Kyrie Irving tried to go toe-to-toe with Jokic, scoring 43 points in a losing cause. Denver now extends its winning streak to 5 for a record of 7 wins and 3 losses, while Dallas drops to 5-5.
Meantime, a double whammy for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Not only did they fall to the Golden State Warriors 127-116, but they also lost Chet Holmgren to injury. The 22-year-old big man suffered a right iliac hip fracture after a bad landing in the first quarter. Holmgren will miss 8 to 10 weeks according to the initial evaluation. The Thunder did try to rally back despite Holmgren's absence. They even trimmed the Warriors' 30-point third-quarter deficit down to single digits, but the Dubs managed to hold on for their 8th win of the season, with Steph Curry dropping 36 points, including 7 triples, while shooting 13 of 23 from the field. The Warriors now share an identical record of 8 wins and 2 losses with the Thunder and the Phoenix Suns to lead the West.
From the West, let's go to the Eastern Conference. A shooting display from Benedict Mathurin and Tyrese Halliburton as the Indiana Pacers take down the New York Knicks. Halliburton and Mathurin combining for a whopping 73 points in the Pacers' 132-121 victory. Mathurin notched a career high 38 markers on 13 for 16 shooting, including a near perfect 7 out of 8 from three-point land. Hallie, in the meantime, finished with 35 points, hitting 4 out of 10 from deep and 11 out of 18 overall. Hallie also dished out 14 assists to help Indiana bag its 5th win in 10 games. The Knicks are now down to 4-5 in the win-loss column, despite Jalen Brunson's 33 huge points and Karl Anthony Towns' 30 markers. Well, we've got you more NBA action featuring 8 other games today.
Let's take a look at the scores. Alfred Şengün starred in the Houston Rockets' 101-99 escape of a gritty Detroit Pistons side, while the Boston Celtics powered past the woeful Milwaukee Bucks 113-107 behind Jason Tatum's 23-point second half. The Orlando Magic scored a 121-94 blowout for their second straight win without All-Star Paolo Banchero, while a game-winning layup by Nikola Jokic seals a Miami Heat win over the Minnesota Timberwolves 95-94.
Meanwhile, the Philadelphia 76ers also came out victorious in a close 107-105 overtime win over the Charlotte Hornets, snapping their 5-game losing skid. The Sacramento Kings likewise halted the Phoenix Suns win streak at 7 following a 127-118 win, also in OT. And lastly, a couple of blowouts as the Memphis Grizzlies annihilated the Portland Trailblazers 134-189, while the King, LeBron James, getting a triple-double for the 2nd straight game, leading the LA Lakers past the Toronto Raptors 123-103. From the NBA now over at the UAAP, it is official. The De La Salle Green Archers will head into the Final Four as a top-seeded team in the men's basketball tournament. That's after they beat the UP Fighting Maroons again. Here's a recap of this weekend's games. The much-awaited rematch between the defending champions, the De La Salle Green Archers, and the UP Fighting Maroons proved to be another classic.
To clean it up.
Leaning on their defense in the second half, LaSalle countered a strong UP start to reassert their mastery of the Maroons, 77-66. The Archers managed to cut down a once 11-point UP lead to 3 by halftime, 43-40. Then in the third, LaSalle got down to work on defense, limiting the Maroons to just 23 points in the second half to secure the win.
Up top to Goliana.
Kevin Kiambao led the way in scoring with 15 points, while Mike Phillips had a double-double of 14 points and 10 rebounds. The Archers have now won 9 straight games with only one more left to play in the elimination round.
They're one of the best teams in college, so we just tried our best to really be up par and try to really compete against them. And credit goes to these guys for really competing and not giving up on that second half.
More than our offense is our defense, how we're able to respond to the physicality, to the challenges we had, and hopefully that's something we'll keep improving forward.
Meanwhile, the Adamson Soaring Falcons improve their chances of making the Final Four while also eliminating the NU Bulldogs from the race. The Falcons came out firing from all cylinders, jumping to a quick 13-2 start and held on to the lead until the final buzzer, 53-41. AJ Fransman couldn't have picked a better time to reset his career high, scoring 18 markers. He also had 11 rebounds in a crucial matchup. On Saturday, the UST Growling Tigers piled on the second round struggles of UE, notching a 76-67 victory over the Red Warriors. Do not be fooled by the final score though, as UST was up by as many as 27 points, before UE ate away at the lead in the third and even got to as close as 5 points in the fourth quarter. But the Tigers banked on Nick Caballero, who then made sure to give the Tigers the win. Caballero finished with 27 points and 8 boards to lead UST.
Yung mga players, di bumigay till the end. We're focused, especially in last 2 games namin, para makapag-dictate sa amin, makapasok dito tayo. Mga players is, nakita mo yung aggressiveness, yung desire, tsaka nagkaroon ng fight.
That win by the Growling Tigers also knocked out the Ateneo Blue Eagles from the Final Four race. Earlier that day, Ateneo had already lost to the FEU Tamaraos 65-54. John Ray Pasaol had an all-around game with 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists to keep FEU's Final Four dreams alive.
Here's a look at the UAAP men's basketball standings as we near the end of the elimination round. Again, LaSalle is the top seed of the tournament. The Green Archers have lost only once in 13 games. Their last match will be against the NU Bulldogs on Wednesday. UP stays in second place, although they dropped to a 9-3 record. Both LaSalle and UP are the only teams so far assured of a spot in the Final Four. They will also each get a twice-to-beat advantage in the semifinals. The slumping UE Red Warriors are still holding on to that third spot with a 6-6 slate, but the UST Growling Tigers are just half a game behind with a 6-7 record. UST's final game is against the Adamson Falcons, who are currently 5th with 5 wins and 7 losses. The FEU Tamaraos are clinging to a slim chance at making the semifinals with a 5-8 record. UE, UST, Adamson, and FEU's placing could still change depending on the results of the last 2 game days. Meantime, NU carries a 4-9 record while the Ateneo Blue Eagles are at 3-9. Both are eliminated from playoff contention. You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. After the break, we check the women's side of UAAP basketball. And we've got TNT's Ray Nambatak and newly crowned Finals MVP Jason Castro live in the studio, fresh off the team's Governor's Cup championship. We'll be right back.
And we're back. Thank you for joining us here on Play-by-Play only on One News. Gilas Pilipinas is all set for the second window of the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers.
The Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas has released the national team's 15-man pool for the tournament. Leading the pack is naturalized player Justin Brownlee along with fellow big men Japeth Aguilar, Mason Amos, AJ Edu, and Junmar Fajardo. Also making a return to the Gilas pool is Ange Kwame. There's also Jamie Malonzo, Chris Newsome, Calvin Oftana, and CJ Perez. Completing the pool are LaSalle standout Kevin Kiambao, overseas players Dwight Ramos, Kai Soto, and Carl Tamayo, as well as Ginebra guard Scotty Thompson. Tim Cohn will call the shots for the squad. Catch their games on November 21 against New Zealand and on November 24 against Hong Kong at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay. Meantime, the TNT Tropangiga celebrates their defending their crown in the PBA Governors Cup. They had a victory party at the Ayala Mall's Glorieta 4 Palm Drive Activity Center earlier today. It was a chance for the fans to meet their favorite players and for the champs to show their appreciation for their supporters. Players signed autographs and played games with the fans who brought home many prizes. TNT won the Governors Cup on Friday after beating Barangay Ginebra San Miguel in Game 6 of the best-of-7 finals.
And we've got two members of TNT's championship team with us, Chess, live in the studio on this Monday, fresh off their victory party and mingling with fans and winning another Governor's Cup title. Welcome to Play-by-Play on One News, live inside the studios, the Stingray, Rain ng Batak, at ang nag-iisang doubler, Finals MVP, Jason Castro. Maraming salamat. It's like being with the institution and the future. Una sa lahat, magandang gabi. Thank you. Salamat sa
Thank
pagdidin
you
na
for
friend.
joining us.
Guys, thank you.
Salamat. Buti na convince mong isama tong batang to.
Biglaan ka kasi, Dre, eh. Para daw bukas ng gabi, wala na siyang...
Wala na gagawin.
Wala na.
Actually, galing kami nga sa...
Kamusta? Kamusta yung kanila?
Kaya okay naman, masaya kasi yung mga TNT fans, tsaka mga PBA fans nandun, signing autograph, at tsaka may mga pakulo ng mga ibang games para mag-enjoy naman yung
I
mga...
wanna ask him, does it get old? Di ka pa nagsasawa dahil pang ilang...
Parang hindi naman siguro.
9 championship. Lagi mo na ginagawa?
Hindi naman, kasi once yun nga, taste it, yung championship, parang gusto mo lagi. So, even na may mga nararamdaman ka na, parang kapag championship game na or natikman mo na yung maging champion, parang sarap sa feeling, nawawala lahat eh.
Mamaya tanongin mo yung isa doon kasi
Yes,
first time
first.
champion eh.
Nag-champions college.
College sa
And
NCAA
then,
sa Letran, pero first time niya sa
PBA,
PBA.
First championship.
After 7 years. So, pero Jason, ikaw, saan mo ilalagay to? Etong natalo niyo Ginebra, Game 6. Iba yung saan mo ilalagay sa dinami-dami mong championships? Saan mo ihahana ito?
Actually, lahat para sa akin sobrang sarap ng feeling lahat ng mga championship na yun. Pero ito iba kasi back-to-back. And then with Ronde pa. And then versus Ginebra, di ba? Alam naman natin, once you play against Ginebra, yung crowd, almost, sabi nga nila, kapag nasa gym ka, 10% lang yun sa amin. Sa kanila, almost 90%. And then outside court, ganun din. So, and then isa pang motivation to is, yun nga, against Brownlee na napakagaling. So, yun yung added motivation sa amin. Kaya siguro, nandun siya sa pangatlo, pangapat na...
Pero Jason, pag-usapan natin yung pagka-finals MVP mo. First, the last time na nag-finals MVP ka was 2011.
Yeah.
And yun na nga, nung eliminations, you were coming off the bench for
Yeah,
Jimmy.
yeah,
Nung
yeah.
finals, nag-1 and 2 kayo ni Jimmy, which is... What a combo. It's like, oh my gosh.
Ilan taon si Ray nun?
Yun nga, ini-imagine nga ba?
High school.
Pero 13 years later, Jason.
Yeah, kahit ako hindi ko...
13 years.
Kahit ako hindi ko ma-imagine nung sinabi na 2011 yung last finals MVP ko with Jimmy. Co-MVP ko siya, di ba? Back-to-back kami nun. And sobrang sarap sa feeling at the same time kung yun nga, parang kapag nare-realize mo yung ganun, parang wow, nagawa ko yun.
Pati, kumpare mo, LA Tenorio, yung oldest at 36 years old, bago ka nanalo ng Finals MVP.
Yes.
So, laking bagay din na, di ba?
Yeah.
Pero Jason, also, I'm not sure if narinig mo na rin to, but after you got the Finals MVP honors, you are only one of 7 PBA players in history
Wow.
na tatlong Finals MVP.
Talaga.
So, ang kasama mo doon, June Mar Fajardo, LA Tenorio, James Yap, Danny Seagal, sila may tig-apat sila.
Yeah.
And then yung si Eric Menk,
Yeah.
Danny Ildefonso,
Jason Castro.
Wow.
Jason Castro.
Sobrang thankful ako sa PBA kasi binigay sa akin that time. Mapasama lang sa mga yun.
Deserve ka naman doon.
Hindi.
Napaka-humble na
Actually,
yan.
mas maraming deserving sa akin yun nga. Pero kung makikita nyo yung composition ng team namin this conference, lahat pwede. Kasi yun nga, yung scoring namin at saka yung kahit sino pwede
Balanse,
namin. Sobrang balanse talaga.
Puntahan ko tong katabi mo dahil Ray ng Batak, first title. I've covered this kid since he was in the NCAA. First and only title niya with Coach Aldin Ayo, 2015 season 91. Ito, first title mo naman ngayon sa PBA, being with Rain or Shine, trade ka sa Blackwater, tapos ngayon with TNT, kasama mo Jason Castro, Coach Chot Reyes. Ano yung pumapasok sa isip mo, Ray? Hindi ko natatanong kung anong pakiramdam, pumarty ito 2 gabi ng weekend. Eh.
Deserve
Deserve naman. Pero ikaw, ano masasabi mo, Ray? Kasi ito na, sa wakas, nakuha mo na yung championship sa PBA.
Ayun nga, sabi ko sa interview ko na yung pag-trade sa akin sa TNT, blessing in disguise. Kasi para sa akin, ito na talagang best shot ko na makatikim or maka-experience ng finals appearance and at the same time, makapag-champion. So, with the guidance of the veterans, sila Kuya Jason, yung mga sila Ryan Reyes and other veterans, sila rin yung nag-guide sa akin nung pagpasok ko sa TNT na sobrang laking tulong kasi ang bilis ng transition ko sa team especially yung adjustment sa sistema ni Coach Jot. So,
Pasok na pasok kayo.
pasok na pasok para sa akin. So, yun din yung parang sabi ko, okay, sakto, fit ako dito sa team na to.
And you mentioned chess kanina. Dati kasi, Jimmy yung veteran, tapos si Jason yung... Ngayon naman, siya ngayon parang Jimmy Alapag, and then si...
Again, kasi TNT is no stranger to
Yeah,
championships din. So parang si Ray nga, di ba, 7 years in the PBA,
Yes.
naghahawal ka ng first ever championship mo. I'm sure may mga times na naramdaman mo yung gigil, yung excitement, na-overwhelm ka. But when you look at, yun na nga, veterans like Jason Castro na 8 championships, I believe.
Nine.
Eight.
This,
Nine na ba?
Pangilan na ba? 9?
Nine.
Oh, ang dami na.
Ang dami. Ang dami.
Okay, Jason.
But pag nakikita mo sila na kalmado, alam na yung galawan, alam na yung mga posibleng nangyari, paano ka na-impluwensyahan?
Yun nga yung sabi ko with the guidance of the veteran. Like Jason, ako yung backup niya sa point guard position. So, ina-analyze ko talaga every game Even sa practice namin kung paano mag-decide si Kuya Jason, paano yung decision making niya sa loob ng court. So, doon ko na nadadala yung ganong mga decision making. Natranslate ko siya sa game. So, yun nga, ang laking bagay na may nag-guide sa yung veterano Compare kasi sa previous team ko na parang ako yung naging veterano doon. Pero sa early ng career ko, naging veterano na kagad ako. Pero nung pumunta ako sa TNT, mas maraming veterano. So,
Dami kang matututunan.
yun din yung isang factor kaya talagang lumabas lalo yung laro ko
Ano masasabi mo dito kay Ray? Gano'n niya napadali buhay mo? At siyempre si Calvin. Kasi dati nga, Cheska, I remember, siya pa yung bata noon. When you, di ba, when you were covering him, tapos, syempre, you were looking
Nadamay
into...
pa ako.
Hindi. Kasi dati, di ba, sila Jimmy, ganyan, sila yung elder statesman, sina Asi. Ngayon, ikaw ngayon, kumbaga si Ray na yung mga bata So, anong nakikita mo kay Ray, kay Calvin? Lalo na si Ray na syempre kaposisyon mo. And paano niya napadali yung buhay mo, syempre, dito sa conference?
Sobrang laking bagay. And then, thankful ako na dumating siya. kasi before, nung wala siya, parang yung every minutes pa rin nilalaro ko despite na, yun nga, nandun na tayo sa stage na dapat mga semifinals na lang or finals ka talaga naglalaro. And yun nga, yung transition niya from ibang team to TNT, ang bilis. So, parang yun nga, na-preserve ng konti kasi kung makikita mo yung numbers ni Ray during elimination hanggang semis, as in, wow talaga. Sobrang thankful kami na ganun kagad
Masasabi mo sila ng future? Dahil din
Oo naman, yun naman yung
Kasi-
sinasabi namin, hindi lang future, talagang present, talagang kaya nilang mag-dominate as long na within the system,
Yes.
yung nilalaro nila.
Sabihan mo ako pag matigas ulo.
Pero we can stick with the veterans for this one because
Yeah.
dun sa patapos sa fourth quarter,
Ah,
nasabi ko rin sa'yo ito,
yeah,
na
yeah.
may isang play na si RR, ang ganda ng depensa
Yeah,
kay
yeah.
Justin Brownlee, and that opened up a play for you
Yeah.
and your fellow veteran, Kelly Williams.
Yun nga, nung nakita ko yun, as in napawaw din ako kasi imagine 2012, 2013. Yeah, every year nag-champion kami. Every year nandun kami sa parang back-to-back kami.
Yes.
So, nung nakita ko yung play na yun, as in kahit si Kelly after the game, parang wow. Parang na-feel namin na parang wow, kaya pa natin. Alam mo yung ganon. Kasi yun nga, especially Kelly, yung Game 5 niya
Yes.
tsaka Game 6.
Ito yun, ito yata yun, yung
Yeah.
play na yun, no?
Yung contribution niya, sobrang laki talaga. As in, kasi di-depensa siya at the same
Ayan,
time re-rebound.
Grabe, parang early 2000s.
Also,
Pass
can,
to Kelly
can I just
Williams.
say, nung sinabi mo back-to-back, may ngiti yung katabi mo. Nung
Yes.
ngiti na siya, parang feel na niya.
Extra motivation.
Motivation. Sige, bago kayo umalis, alam kong busy kayo dahil mag-start na ulit kayo ng ensayo sa 20, kailan mga ensayo?
25.
25, no?
Yeah.
Pero, Gray, ano pang gusto mong sabihin? Lastly, dito sa championship na to, sa tulong, may gusto kang sabihin kay Kuya Jason. No? Go ahead.
Hindi, ano naman, alam naman ni Kuya Jason na sobrang laking bagay niya sa akin kasi nga, pares kami ng position. And of course, sa team with Coach Chot, kung nakikinig siya ngayon, syempre, thankful din ako kasi finally, pinagkatiwalaan niya yung laro ko. And yun naman talaga as a player, kailangan, all you need is, magkaroon lang ng tiwala yung coach sa'yo para lumabas yung laro mo. And it happened dito sa conference na to. So, yun lang ginawa ko. Nilaro ko lang yung laro ko nang wala masyadong pressure. Then, eventually, lumabas naman talaga.
Sobrang saya ko para sa'yo. Alam mo
Thank
yan.
you, Dave.
Lastly, gusto mong sabihin, pasalamat. Go.
Sa
Bye-bye.
lahat ng TNT fans na walang sawang sumusuporta sa amin. And sa mga boss namin, sa management, Boss MVP, Boss Ricky Vargas, Boss Gilas, thank you. Kasi from the start ng conference na to, yun nga, yung motivation nila sa amin, yung even na may kasamang pressure pero talagang minomotivate nila kami. So, sobrang maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat din sa pagbisita.
Oh,
niyo.
thank you.
so much for
Thank you.
joining us here
Thank
in
you.
the studio.
Great, thank you. Again, Finals MVP, the Blur Jason Castro.
And of course, thank you, Ray ng Batak. Once again, Finals MVP Jason Castro of the TNT Tropang Giga, the champions of the PBA Governors Cup.
Ulitin mo.
Sorry, the champions of the
More
PBA
to
Governors
come.
Cup.
Orto ka, maraming salamat kay Jason at kay Ray. Volleyball action comes your way when we return. We'll have all the details from the action-packed Sunday in the Spikers Turf play-by-play. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. The Final Four of the UAAP Women's Basketball Tournament is set. Here is a recap of all the games that happened over the weekend.
Bakal kicks it out. Ifemiano gets in on the shooting party along with
The Ateneo Blue Eagles officially complete the UAAP Women's Basketball Final Four. This comes after they defeated the FEU Lady Tamaraws on Saturday 85-70. With their third straight win, the Blue Eagles climbed to 7-5, ending the Final Four hopes for FEU, LaSalle, and UP. Ateneo, now secured of its third consecutive Final Four appearance, is also competing for the third seed just behind the Adamson Lady Falcons.
We're really ready and we want to build momentum entering. I don't know kasi hindi mo naman nasabi dito if it's Final Four or set level, but we just want to be ready entering the games.
Reigning MVP Casey De La Rosa and rookie Kai Oani led Ateneo's game-changing 20-8 second quarter run, widening the lead significantly. De La Rosa achieved her 12th consecutive double-double, posting 24 points and 18 rebounds to go along with 3 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. Meanwhile, the defending champs, the UST Growling Tigresses, got back on track with a victory over the last-place UE Lady Red Warriors. Final score here, 84-62, as UST recovers from their second loss to NU this season. Taki Takatak powered the Tigresses with 25 points, 20 coming in the second half. She also had 4 steals, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Kent Pastrana tallied 18 markers, 8 assists, 7 rebounds, and 4 steals.
Sa part of first group, kailangan good start talaga. Kailangan simulan talaga sa depensa. Kasi yun nga, para yung nabigyan ng bukas ng kalaban. Tumawin kami sa depensa talaga, doon kami pumisa ulit sa
As for the NU Lady Bulldogs, they are now just 2 wins away from sweeping the elimination round. On Sunday, NU overpowered the Adamson Lady Falcons 72-53. Marga Villanueva and Angelica Sorada powered NU's 19-11 second quarter to gain a commanding 46-28 cushion at the half. From there on, NU remained in control, establishing a game-high 24-point lead in the payoff period. Villanueva led the way for NU with 10 points on 4 of 5 shooting to go along with 1 steal.
I always tell this now, we don't look too far ahead of us, so we take it a day at a time, a game at a time. So this game is done and over with. We have 24 hours again to cherish this win, but tomorrow start ulit working and focusing on LaSalle naman.
Finally, the De La Salle Lady Archers add to the woes of the struggling UP Fighting Maroons. La Salle walked away with a 69-62 victory. Luisa San Juan powered the Lady Archers with 18 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound, and 1 block, while Lee Sario contributed 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Even though we're out of contention, we still have our little goals that we want to achieve. And also as a team, we want to be competitive. We don't want to be coming out there representing the green and white and not showing pride and heart every time on the floor.
Thrilling action from the triple header yesterday in the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. Signal powered past the Navigators for a straight sets victory, 25-16, 25-23, and 26-24. Team captain JP Bugawan and Jao Omandal finished with 9 points apiece to lead the way for the HD Spikers. Signal improves its record to 4-1 for third place in the standings. As for Eco Oil LaSalle, they clawed back from a set down to defeat the PGJC Navy Sea Lions in 4 sets, 22-25, 25-21, 25-19, and 25-23. The win extends LaSalle's unbeaten run to 4 games. Vince Maglinaw delivered his best game yet this conference with 21 points to go with 14 excellent digs. And to cap the day off, FEU DN Steel maintained its perfect slate after a thrilling 5-set victory over Savoj, 25-20, 25-22, 19-25, 17-25, and 16-14. This is FEU's 6th straight victory in as many games and Savoj's first loss of the tournament.
tonight's highlight reel, we got highlight plays from the NBA, including a couple of clutch shots. Let's start with this one from Jalen Green. This poster over Cade Cunningham. Remember, it was Jalen Green who was the number 2 overall pick in the 2021 draft, with some vengeance on the number 1 pick came before him, Cade Cunningham. And what a slam in the poster for Jalen Green. Great pass from Amen Thompson. Meanwhile, Cody Martin, this one to LaMelo Ball for the tie with 8 to shoot, corner 3, and look at Melo. What a corner 3 to tie things up at 97 all. What a play and a pass from Cody Martin. And our final play, MPJ for the win with a one-hander with 6.5 remaining, eluding the Dallas defense. And Michael Porter Jr. was able to take the win with Denver in the 122 to 120. And those are our our highlight plays for tonight. Chess, I won't ask you anymore. What was your favorite?
Nope, we are
All
going
three are
to,
favorite.
We are going to give our basketball fans more news because the NBA 2K League APAC Invitational is back and it's bigger than ever. This year's Invitational brings together the top 20 players from Australia, New Zealand, and the Philippines in an intense 2-day showdown. Mark your calendars for November 16th and 17th at the SM Mall of Asia Music Hall in Pasay City. And if you can't make it to the venue, don't worry. You can still catch all the action exclusively on NBA TV Philippines and Pilipinas Live.
And that's all from us tonight. Catch us again tomorrow at 9 p.m. for a play-by-play of the day's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV, Channel 8 on SD, and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Calao. Thank you for watching. Good night.